Hey Jeff, I'm going to make this really short. I don't normally do feedback for late posts, but anyway, so at this point, I'm not sure your reasoning behind making this so dark. It it really should stand out more. It's also really quite small, so I would make it bigger. Again, as mentioned before, it's really about the caricature, not about the background. Also, the shadow needs to be darker. It just really isn't visible. Well, you have it set to 41%. I would add the part with the gradient. It's one of the last steps in the shadow, and that would really help a lot. You could even make the shadow larger. I wouldn't use this dark black here either. I would use maybe a little bit of a lighter color. Just because of this is now the focal point, and you really don't want that to be the focal point, and this is just way too dark. So anyway, and again with the text, so let's see here. I would move this, oops, wrong one. There it goes. I would move this here. I'll maybe make it a little bit smaller, but not as small as you had it. And then you've got a lot of negative space up here for the text, so I would make this a lot bigger. You know, like this could just be a lot bigger. Not a lot bigger, but, and again, this font style is pretty hard to read too, so again, you know, design really is mostly about communicating, so if you can't see what's going on, it's kind of really defeats the purpose of having these kinds of texts and everything like that. So, and you can add, if you want to make it bigger, you can just add 150 in here like this, even up to 200 or 300, but even that's pretty small. So again, you know, this is probably a good size for it. So I would probably do something with the black. It's just really dark, and it just creates such a large amount of contrast. I mean, I would probably, I mean, it's good that it's a dark color, but again, maybe try a gradient or something. This is just pretty harsh. I'm trying to see what you're trying to do here with this. I'm just trying to see what you're trying to do. I would probably, oh, I can't do anything with this because it's a smart object, so I'm not going to mess with it. Anyway, I'm just going to turn that off and say no. Maybe a gradient, maybe fill this in for the whole back and then add this kind of a gradient but over here, and you know, you can just do a gradient mask so it masks half of it out. So anyway, let's see what your masks look like. Again, I have to add some white because I can't see the masks. I think they looked pretty good last time. Yeah, there's some little issues with it. Also, there's just issues with the images being too low resolution. You can kind of see it in compared with the ones that are high and then the ones that are low. It's just that when you go to print them, they're going to look pretty bad. So you might want to fix that if you're ever going to print it for a job interview or something. So anyway, yeah. If you have the time, I would suggest the changes. It definitely is going to help your portfolio and also the grade. But overall, this is, you know, this has come a real long way. So, you know, you've really done a great job. You know, you could continue editing it, you know, forever. I mean, you could make this, you know, somehow come forward and stand out more. You know, you can move the plug down more so it's closer to here so you could see this more. I mean, that's probably what I would do. Then this would stand out more if it didn't overlap all this background stuff. But okay, so that's it. Yeah, hope you have time to make some changes. It will have some impact on your grade, of course, and mostly it's the portfolio. Okay.